Hello. The final day of 2018 will be pretty similar to many of the past few days. A lot of cloud around, most places dry. One of the things we will notice, the wind starting to pick up, especially across Scotland. And it's not completely dry. There is some rain across the far northwest. A damp day across the Highlands of Scotland, rain at times too across the Northern Isles, and it's here where, particularly later, those winds are going to get very, very strong. Across the bulk of England, Wales, Northern Ireland, the winds are relatively light, a bit breezy in the north. It's mostly cloudy, but some bright spells coming through. We may even see a hint or two of sunshine here and there across southern Scotland and Northern Ireland, and it's not especially cold. Temperatures similar to how they have been over recent days, 9, 10, maybe 11 or 12 if it does brighten up in a few places. Now, through this evening, we are going to see those winds continue to strengthen across Scotland, getting pretty gusty through the central belt, but the strongest winds across the Northern Isles of Scotland. There will be this line of rain trickling south as well, so a bit of rain likely for Northern Ireland and southern Scotland at the time of midnight. But those winds, as I say, across the Northern Isles of Scotland, through Shetland especially, could reach 60, maybe 70 miles an hour, possibly even a bit more than that. So those kind of winds could cause some problems. For the bulk of England and Wales, no issues at all. A lot of cloud around, some breaks in the cloud, just a bit breezy across northern England perhaps. There'll be a bit of that rain trickling into northwest England through the early hours of the morning, but elsewhere it stays largely dry. Where skies start to clear, temperatures could drop down well into single figures, but for most, we'll be away from a frost first thing on New Year's Day. So the first day of 2019 offers something a bit brighter for most. It'll start pretty drab for Northern Ireland, northwest England, North Wales with some spots of rain. Still very windy across the far northeast. The wind's gradually easing through the day, and for many it brightens up with sunny spells. A brighter day, certainly across parts of the Midlands, East Anglia, much cheerier conditions through the afternoon. It will feel a bit colder though, particularly with the winds coming down from the North Sea. Feeling quite fresh on those coasts here, 7 or 8 degrees, but feeling colder than that. Still double digits across the south, but even here it'll probably start to feel a bit colder, especially as we go into the night of New Year's Day. And we're more likely to see a frost forming as we start Wednesday morning. It could be quite a cold start to proceedings. In fact, throughout the rest of this week, it is looking an awful lot colder. High pressure is in control. Weather front clears away. This is a big area of high pressure continuing to dominate. The colder air pushes in across the UK, so we will see more in the way of frost. And also with the high sitting right over as light winds, it means an increased likelihood of some thick fog patches as well. So the first week of 2019, yes, a little bit colder, but then it has been quite mild. Mostly it will continue to be dry, but problems with frost and fog. And in some places, that freezing fog could last all day. One last thing to say, very happy New Year from everyone here at the Met Office.